Hey guys, Matt here. Today we're going to be re-seasoning my Dutch oven, and of course my lights aren't working too great and it's cloudy outside. Hey kiddo, do you want to say hi to the camera? No? Okay, eat your toast. So we're going to season up this Dutch oven. Got just a little peanut oil. I like peanut oil. You can use any oil you want except maybe olive oil. Olive oil is too, fragile. It breaks down by the heat too soon. So something, you can use vegetable oil. I hate vegetable oil, but it works for seasoning a Dutch oven. You can use coconut oil. That works wonderfully as well. Also, lard and shortening work. But I poured maybe a tablespoon or two in, and I'm just getting this nice and shiny. And I got an extra paper towel there. I'll show you why in a minute. So I'm going to oil this up, get the edges, get the lip. I'm even going to fold that over, get there. I'm going to get the outside as well. See if I can get that on camera. I'm going to just oil everything up. Now I'm going to do this to the pot and the lid. Make sure everything gets a nice thin coat of oil. Make sure I don't cover the camera. Make sure you can see what's going on. So here we go. Anyway, and the reason we season it is what we're doing today. I'm just getting any extra oil, and that's also why I've got the extra paper towel here. Is after I wipe it all in, let it sit for a few seconds. I just hit it up and just get any extra oil out. See, you can still see that it's nicely coated with oil, but I don't want dripping, just tons of oil. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead, flip this over. I'm going to hit the bottom with some more oil. I'm going to hit the lid with oil, and then we'll head outside and I'll show you what we do next. Alright, so I've got my grill. I'm using my gas side today because it's rainy. And that's it. I just lit the two side burners. One here, one over here. Set them to about medium. You can do this in your oven. You can even, build a big old bonfire. I was going to do the bonfire today, but nice gray rainy day, so I'm gonna leave the bonfire for another time. And you can even, if your grill is big enough, which mine is not, you can go ahead and set your lid right here on top of the legs of your oven. So we just close it up. We want to keep our eye on it, keep the temperature around 400 degrees for about an hour. When we open it up, we shouldn't have anything shiny, any of that oil left. You want it to smoke. You want it to actually burn. That's the point of this. Burning the oil will create a layer of carbon, which will protect our Dutch oven or any cast iron. And it helps it, in its non-stick properties, and it helps it to be protected from the elements. It keeps it from rusting. In case you leave it outside, you might get a layer of rust, a really thin, light layer, and that's just easy to, hit with some steel wool, knock right out, maybe re-season it again, but otherwise, You know, it would just constantly be rusting. You'd constantly have food sticking to it. It's just not good eats. And if you want, you can even repeat this process multiple times over and over to really build up several layers of, you know, carbon, of seasoning to really protect it. Anyway, oh, and one last thing. Except for maybe olive oil, you can season with just about any oil. I tend not to use animal-based oils because those tend to, if anything doesn't go right, it has a bigger chance of going rancid quicker. In case, you know, like a section had, you know, a little more oil on it than another section, and that area didn't quite turn into carbon. You know, you have the chance of things going rancid, which is also why, if you're going to be storing your Dutch oven somewhere safe, somewhere dry for a long time, I actually would dunk that thing in hot soapy water, scrub it out, dry it properly, very thoroughly, and then just store it. And then you come out and season it like this when you're ready to use it. Like I said in yesterday's video, but if you missed it, we do that so we wash it out, dry it, and not season it, because if we do have that chance that something didn't season, you know, part of that oil didn't get completely set or burned down, then it goes rancid and it makes your whole Dutch oven nasty, and you got to wash it out anyways. So if you got an emergency where you got to cook off grid, it's easier. Well, it's best if you just have it ready to go, and that's why I cook with it all the time. But you don't want to have to scrub it out with hot soapy water, let it dry, season it up before you can use it. If it's clean and it's dry, then all you've got to do, add that layer of oil, season it real fast, throw in a campfire if you have to, and you'll be ready to go. Anyways, like I said, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.